the title in those different spots and shit. Like,
Yeah.
so it kind of made it a little more interesting too, besides just like more competition.
Yeah.
And
It's
people seem to be more like friendly about the competition too, because they'd be like the trade wrestlers and stuff like that. You know, like, oh, you give me Andre for a couple weeks and you can have Hogan or whatever the fuck. You know.
yeah, whatever it may be, but
Yeah, whatever the trade is. But man,
yeah, it's that whole situation is fucked. And I know Andrew Yang is. I forget what the hell his title would be, but like he's a part of Joe Biden's campaign and whatnot. But he's like, look, we get in. He's like, I have to go after these guys because they're either doing it knowing that they're getting away with it and they don't fucking care, or they're trying to hold out as long as they can. And like when they finally get pressured like by the government, like, oh, okay, I guess we're gonna have to do this now. Okay, so he's like, we're gonna put regulations in place because this is fucked.
yeah, crazy man.
It really is. But
How'd we get on WWE though? I
you
don't
brought up
remember.
wrestling and just went out on a
I know I
tangent.
brought up wrestling, but how did we even get to that?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
I don't remember. I'm just on autopilot.
Oh man.
We were talking about people like paying workers. Like if you're essential, like pay people like they're
Yes.
essential,
Yes.
which is
And
fucked.
apparently wrestlers are essential because they're running. So
They're not essential. That is just that's beyond fucked.
it's beyond fucked.
That's
I don't know
beyond
how that.
fucked. Like look, you can make arguments for a lot of things. Like I think we can agree on a few things that are yes, they are essential. Like i.e. hospitals,
Hmm.
grocery store, pharmacy. Yes, those are all essential. Sure. Others you can make an argument for, like garage to get your car fixed. Yeah, you can make an argument for that. Sure.
Hmm.
Um, banks. Yeah, I guess.
I
Um,
feel like the level of severity depends on how severe the pandemic itself is. So, like, if we were at like zombie apocalypse level, right?
yeah.
Do you really think that the local garage that fixes your car is going to be considered essential even? Like, that's a pretty fucking important thing right now, yeah. But if there's zombies out there eating people's faces, ain't no one going to get their car fixed, most likely.
Most likely no, but
You know?
you know what the weird part is? Trump would still be holding a fucking rally for it.
The zombies are beautiful. We have the most beautiful zombies in the
I
world.
I brought back football. I gave you zombies. Like, like, dude, fucking NFL was not going away. College football was not going away. Like you put together a fucking board of fucking sports team owners that were just like, well, no, we need the TV money. We have to get that money back. Let's get the players on the field.
Look how it worked out.
Yeah, fucking pain in the ass, piece of shit.
That's a perfect segue to talking about the debate, the last debate, if you want to talk about the debate.
I mean,
I mean,
yeah,
I personally don't think there's a ton to talk about
there
it,
really
but
there really isn't. Um, but like the line of the night for me was, Trump was asked about coronavirus. He's like, no, I take full responsibility, but it's not my fault. What?
huh?
Like, did
It's
did your
from
brain just get
China.
yeah, did your brain just get replaced by Yogi Berra's? Like,
I don't know why, but every time he says China, I just flinch.
yeah,
It's like a natural response. Like it's an automatic response. It's like the Pavlovian thing. It's as soon as he says China, the way he says China, like it just gets to me, man. It just gets to me like nothing gets to me. China. He like it's because I almost feel like he's adding. He's not, but I almost feel like he's adding syllables to the word China, or like he's adding like what was it like Frankenfurter from Rocky Horror. I see you shiver with anticipation, China.
like
That just put a whole new image in your mind that maybe we didn't want to introduce, but
I need therapy. You know what the sad part is? Like, yeah, as much as I need therapy for that, like, and as fucked as that imagery is, like, I would still plunk down money to see that. Like, I would still plunk down money to see Rocky Horror Picture Show with Donald Trump as Frankenfurter.
Take my money.
I'm just a sweet transvestite because I'm the best transvestite.
Better transvestite than me. We have the best and most beautiful
From
transvestites
from transsexual Trump Tower.
from China.
So I won't remove the
Oh.
cause of the coronavirus, but I'll remove the China.
From all trade agreements. Oh shit. Oh
And
man.
the fucked thing is, like, somebody had asked me, is like, well, what has Trump done to affect you personally? I'm like, what do you mean personally? How? Like, has he like come to the house and like, pissed on my foot or something like that? No,
Did I personally piss on your rug?
Yeah, like Trump didn't
Carlos
piss on my.
Glaze?
Yeah, he didn't piss on my rug. Fine, fair enough. But
do you have a job, sir?
The Big Latrumsky.
Oh man. So no, did he do anything to you personally?
Did he do anything to me personally? Obviously, no. Not in the sense of like, okay, yeah, you came and pissed on my foot on my house. No. He's done a lot of other shit though. Like, okay, how's he affecting me personally? Well, I can't go to a fucking Walmart without wearing a fucking mask. I can't do my job without wearing a mask. I really can't go anywhere without wearing a mask. First off.
Well, but to be fair, that's not well. Okay, I guess you could say that is kind of his fault for not containing it, if that's what you mean.
That is his fault because, like, it's been pointed out numerous times. When Obama and Biden left the fucking White House, they said, look, here's an entire playbook on how to handle a pandemic. Here's all you need to do to contain it, stop the spread of it, and minimize its effect on our shores. We also have we also have offices all around the world. We have 48 offices that, work with us and work with the United Nations to contain this type of shit.
The fucking GamePro version of
Obama was doing a speech the other day. He's like, I don't know what they did with that playbook. For all I know, it's holding up a coffee table.
Did he say that?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's funny. Oh man. I mean, like, here's the thing. I definitely don't support Trump. I don't really support any politician, to be honest with you. But
no.
It's definitely not his fault that it's here. But every time he's like, it's China's fault. It's like, bro, we don't care whose fault it is. That's not really the point. The point is we gotta fix it, and the best way to fix it would be is if you made everybody wear a mask from the outset and take these guidelines that, especially if you knew that it was supposed to be serious and maybe implement some of this shit to keep people safe. If we had done that sooner, we wouldn't be as bad as we are now.
And I gotta say, too, man, fuck Bob Woodward.
Who's Bob Woodward?
He was the reporter that's like, he's reported on like different presidents over the years. Like he broke the Watergate scandal and whatnot. He was the one who like had the recordings of Trump. Like he's just like, I always wanted to play it down. I wanted to play it down so I didn't cause a panic. Like that. Bob Woodward, author. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So fuck that guy in the neck, because he's sitting on this information. Like he's sitting on this audio of Trump saying like, of course I always wanted to play it down.
That's true.
Like dude was sitting on it until his book was coming out. And he's like, yeah, I knew about this. Like he knew that
he was holding out on us.
Exactly. It's
for
like
money.
It's like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, that's weak sauce for sure.
Absolute weak sauce, man. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Like, kudos to him for breaking a fucking.
What about Biden? Did you have anything about Biden that kind of threw you off, like when you were watching it, or?
Little bit.
Yeah.
When it came to, I think it was the 94, 95 like crime bill that was passed. I forget what the hell exactly it was called, but he seemed to kind of like stumble on that one.
The one I liked was when they were talking about coronavirus, and he was like, I don't see red states or blue states. I just see states. And look at the states that had the more cases, and they were red states. It's like, wait a minute. What happened to that whole not seeing red and blue states, bro?
Well,
so,
yeah.
I don't know. Like, that's the problem is, like, on one hand, I like Trump because he's not the standard politician, and we need a not standard politician. The problem is Trump is the kind of not standard politician that we don't want, whereas Biden is a standard politician, and we don't need more of that same old shit again. That's just how I feel, but I don't know.
In the sense, too, of like, all right, Yeah, Trump's not the standard politician. Um, so this, I don't think you're going to see a non-standard politician like anywhere near the fucking White House for the foreseeable future.
No, probably not.
Probably
Maybe
not.
ever.
It's like the last like non, politician I guess you could make an argument for was like Ronald Reagan, but even he had like a term in the Senate, I guess.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, even then, but it's just like Jesus Christ, dude.
yeah. Well, that's the thing is we keep putting in more and more of the same, and we keep getting more and more of the same results. So that's why it's like, on one hand, I salute the idea of a candidate like Donald Trump. I just don't salute Donald Trump as the choice because he's I don't know.
No, and
He's
like,
fucking crazy.
no. Like, I started like getting more and more behind Andrew Yang. Um, just because mostly like he was talking about a couple things that was just like, you know what? Yeah, this is actually a good idea. Why the fuck aren't we doing these things?
Is he running for president, Andrew Yang?
He was on the
was.
Democratic ticket.
Did he drop out or like what happened?
Well, yeah, he dropped out.
Oh.
Problem was like, yeah, he didn't get enough polling to like keep going and whatnot, and eventually it just got whittled down to Bernie Sanders versus Biden.
Mm.
But now Yang is working with Biden's campaign. I don't know if it's like an advisor or what the fuck the deal is, but regardless, like he brought up universal basic income, which some countries are doing, and they're like, look, they have great success with these. Like people are pouring more money into the economy. He's like, people are, there's lower crime rates. I'm like, well, fucking A, man. Like, yeah.
Yeah. I talked to a customer from Canada the other day because we do deal with, in my company, we deal with Canadian customers too.
Yeah.
And I forget what we were even talking about, but we were just kind of, it was one of those rare occasions where you could kind of mutually bitch with a customer, and you know what I'm talking about, where like the customer calls in and they're cool shit and they're just bitching about something like in their life or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? They're like, this is my, fucking rash or whatever the fuck. Oh, I got a rash. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. Like that kind of situation. And so like I was bitching about something, they were bitching about something, and they knew that I was in the United States, and so they were like, yeah, but at least I got universal health care. And I was like, ooh.
You're like, damn it.
Fuck.
Like low blow Canada.
I thought you were supposed to be polite. You're Canadian. Live up to your stereotypes. Yeah, basically. Live up to your stereotypes.
Yeah, man. Like, just that. He was advocating for that, and he was also going over, Andrew Yang, pronouns, pal. Yang was also talking about, like, goddamn, pal, pronouns. But he was talking about like problems in the future, like automation. He's like, look, Google just released AI that does the job of somebody working in a call center. He's like, as soon as they get it like, even more perfected and whatnot, he's like, give it 10 years. He's like, they're all good. Like call centers, they're all going to be automated. He's like,
I wouldn't be surprised.
He's like, they have that. They're going to have, trucks that drive themselves, in about 10 to 15 years. He's like,
well, they do. Don't they have like delivery trucks or something that drive themselves right now? If I'm not mistaken, isn't that a thing?
I don't think so.
No?
No, I don't think so.
I thought they had self-driving delivery cars or some shit like that.
I don't think they do. I think they're testing them out.
And
they're trying to like get the AI stronger to the point where like, okay, this thing knows where it's going, it knows what it's doing, it's obeying traffic laws, all that shit, but I don't.
What are the Google cars? Oh, that must be for like the maps. Is that what that shit's for?
I think so.
With the little like dome on top, you ever see that shit driving around? The Google cars?
Oh yeah, that's just for like Google Maps, so you can get like a picture of like, okay, this is your destination. This is what it looks like.
Yeah. And aren't some of those self-driving or no?
No.
Oh. Well, I'm just completely dumb.
Yeah. You'll get no argument from me, good sir.
The defense rests.
But yeah,
he admitted it.
Yeah, I mean, we have it on audio. He's like, can't go back now.
Oh man.
But yeah, just those problems with like automation. I'm like, this guy's making a lot of good points. Like if him and Sanders had gotten onto a ticket, I was like, fuck yeah, man, this is fucking perfect. This is what we need.
Yeah, I would have voted for Sanders in a heartbeat,
Yeah,
but once again he got shoved out. So
yeah.